Hey everyone, good to see you. Thanks for checking the channel out. Thanks for checking this video out. Really do appreciate it. More Springsteen coming your way. We're going to go back to the Tunnel of Love album, Brilliant Disguise. Brilliant song, really. That whole album was such a departure from the big stadium atmosphere of Born in the USA, especially when it went live. This was like a left turn I don't think a lot of people saw coming, because they were expecting Born in the USA Part 2. So this was a great deviation off of that. I've already done a couple lessons on my channel for Tunnel of Love songs. I've done One Step Up, and I've done Ain't Got You. So definitely, check it out. I think it's Ain't Got You. Yeah, Ain't Got You. I'll have to double check that now. Pretty sure that's what it is. But we're going to do Brilliant Disguise right now. So really kind of simple-ish, if you want to call it that. Key of A with some suspended variations of the A. Same thing with the E. And then in the the bridge is probably one of the tougher parts because it doesn't really flow one right after the other as if you think it might. But it's pretty simple in terms of the chords itself. So let's not think about it too much. Let's jump into it. But again, thank you for checking everything out here. Please like, subscribe, hit the bells, the buttons, all that good stuff. Website is in the works right now. If it hasn't already been done, soon it will be done. Some cool things, some things about me, some things about the gear, that sort of thing. And then also I'm in the process of putting together like a little online course for mainly not necessarily the song tutorials, but more for just actual lessons itself. So I'll keep you posted on that. But again, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. But I will keep you apprised of how that's going. But let's jump into the song right now. Brilliant Disguise by Springsteen. All right, Brilliant Disguise by Bruce Springsteen. Great tune, great album. I mean, Tunnel of Love was an incredible album, I thought. Such a departure from what Born in the USA was. So some great music, some great acoustic tunes. I've done a couple already. The links are up top. I've done, I think, 2 already. I've done One Step Up, and I've done Ain't Got You. I had to think about that. Anyway, we're doing Brilliant Disguise here. So pretty much we're in the key of A. Just a kind of bit of a... trying to think the right word to say here, just in terms of a fine print sort of thing for this tune. I tend to play it a little bit different, not differently, but I think I play a little bit more in terms of some embellishments on the guitar, especially the acoustic guitar. But when you listen to the album, you listen to the studio version, I think there's a little bit less going on in some of the guitar parts because other parts of the song are carrying the melody. So I tend to put the melody in this part of in the song, I should say, mainly in the bridge, and you might hear that difference, but it's the same chord structure, the same roots, all that. I kind of just embellish them a little bit to carry the rhythm and the melody over that part of the song. Okay, enough about that. You want to learn the song? Let's get into it. Key of A, right? So keep in mind you're going to be using not only strumming, but you've got to think of it as almost like a little bit of percussion as well, because you don't. What I tend to do is I kind of just. So what I'm doing there is I'm kind of chugging, and I just release just enough to give it the ring some room there to breathe a little bit. Okay. So I guess in reality, what we're doing here is we're kind of doing some quick hits, quick strums. You're not really ringing it out. I'm kind of doing. And then in between, I'm kind of giving it some percussion. Oops. So all that is based around the A chord, okay? Now, I've seen people play the A chord different ways. You can bar it, obviously. I was always taught to learn how to play this using these 3 fingers and not this one, okay? I think it's worked well for me. I think I prefer that method. Now, again, you could play the 3 this way. I think it's a little bit harder moving some things around when you're using suspended chords. That's just me, though. Because what I'm doing here is I've got the A sus 2. I go to the suspended 4. Back to the A. So your pinky's getting the workout here, and it just kind of, I think it just, for me, my personal preference here is just this pinky is better than using it this way. That's just me though. So that's your intro. That's the first part of the verse. Right? Can't even think of the lyrics right now, but you know that's how it is. Now I'm trying to think how the song starts on the lyrics. Not that it's important, but it'll come to me probably later on. Anyway, A. Then there is a change in the progression. We're going to go to E, okay? So it's going to be, you're actually starting, just like you have the A here, for an A major, we're going to just take everything and move it up one string to the E shape, but now it's an E suspended 4. Not an E, but a suspended 4. You go to the E second. That probably is one of the hardest part, at least, again, this is how I hear it. So what you're doing here is from the A, you're going to the E suspended 4, right? To an E. And then what you're doing is you're keeping these in place, these two fingers right here, on the A string and the I guess it's the G string, right? But my pinky is stretching to the F sharp on the D string 4th fret. Bit of a stretch there. If you can't do it, just hold the E. I think it works no matter what. But again, what I'm playing is so again, E suspended 4th, E. This stretch, which I guess makes it like an E2 something, because you're hitting the second of the intervals, you know, which is an F sharp if you're looking at the key of E, right? So okay, so there's your intro, your verse for the most part. Chorus, we're gonna kind of get into a bar chord right away, an F sharp minor. So when you look at me, to an A, for whatever reason I bar the A, that's just how I do it. To the D, back to the A. And I guess you can strum. I kind of just hit it. Again, listen to the song, whatever works for you. But this is how I've done it on the acoustic. If I'm playing full band, which I've done in the past, I think I'm picking more of an arpeggiated type. But those 4 chords, F sharp minor, A, D, and the A, 2 times. Third time, a little bit different. You're gonna start on that F sharp minor again, to the A, to the E. Okay, you can hear the difference already. So from this to this, that F sharp right there is your turnaround into the sky. And I sometimes throw in the suspended. And I try to hit those notes one by one in each time I do it. So strum it, D, pick, strum, pick, strum, pick. Back to your main rhythm. Continue that. Do that a little bit. You go back to the change to the E. All right, that continues. We're going into the chorus again. Two times, the third time a little different. Try that again. Here we go. My brain was all over the place on that one. One more time, just so you understand it, okay? going to change. And again, I embellish these things. Again, if you're doing it solo acoustic, you do whatever you want, because every little thing is going to kind of just help that melody as you go along here. Now, we go into the bridge. Again, certain songs are super easy for me. Certain parts of songs are super easy for me. This bridge kills me no matter... I've always had to have some cheat sheets in front of me, even playing live, because, again, as I mentioned, when you're playing with a band, the band tends to carry the melody a little bit differently than if you were just playing it solo acoustic. So I'm going to play this as if I'm carrying that melody just on the acoustic guitar, right? So how does it start? Well, we're going to start on the E area, okay? Okay? So again, coming out of the chorus. Let's just do coming out of the chorus. We go into the A. Right, so you're on that E. Struggling to do everything right. Okay? When you get to the part and then it all falls apart, we're going to the D. Okay, we haven't really done a whole lot with that D. So what is it there? So going to a D. Bit of an odd chord, I think. At least this is how I've learned to play it a long time ago. I think it's still in the D family because you're using the open D string. What we're going to do is, if you can see this, my index finger is going to stay right where it's been when I play a D chord. But really what I'm doing is I'm actually taking an A suspended 2, if you want to look at it this way, and I am just dropping it a string. Okay, so let's just say if this is a suspended 2, right? All I'm doing is taking everything and dropping it a string. So I guess when I do play it, I kind of do this, if you can see this. I go from the D. So really, you got your E string is open, B on the 2nd fret, G on the 2nd fret, open on the D, okay? So I guess what I'm doing is I'm just taking this and putting my middle finger there. Okay, but it's still in the D family. That open D is still my root, okay? So if we tip it from the top again. Okay, back to the E. Now we go to the D. Back to the A. And we end on the E just like we started. I tend to play this a little bit differently. I think I kind of put a suspended 4th in there typically. So I think what I typically do there is I actually just play it like I would within the chorus, okay? So I will play that bridge a little slower now, but all in one piece, just to kind of, again, there's so many changes, and it doesn't always flow like, hey, if you're playing a, right, it doesn't flow like that. You're kind of all over the place. So let's do it together, real slow. That's about as slow as I can play it for you, so it still makes sense, but that was all there. So, you know, good thing about video, you can stop, pause, rewind, all that great stuff. So, but that's it right there, and you're going to come out of it back into the verse. All right. So it continues, and you go into the chorus again. messed that up, but you right back to. So, but if you're doing an acoustic, make it your own. It'll sound great, and then it just kind of the outro just fades. That's all it is on the way out. So, somewhat of an easy song, Brilliant Disguise, but there's some pieces in there that could make it a bit tricky. But again, if you're gonna make it your own, you make it your own. That's kind of the cool thing about just solo acoustic. You can do whatever you want, and it's gonna sound like you meant to do it. So as long as you're in the right key. But hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Great tune, as I mentioned. There's some links. I've got some links below, links, the buttons up here that show you some of the other Tunnel of Love songs I've got going on, and the links below in the description with all the other Springsteen tunes that I've done lately. So check them out. Questions, requests, all that good stuff, concerns, reach out to me. Email address is below. Look forward to hearing from you. Take it easy. Thanks.